c'est... Eh ben, salut Twitch, salut YouTube, c'est Détective Kata, votre détective préféré. Pour, comme tous les mardis, tous les 10h à mardi, tous les mardis à 10h, c'est le TT à 10. Oh, y a pas le logo TTT. C'est quoi ce stream en carton? Le chat aussi, le chat est bugué, je le sais. Ça, faut pas regarder. Hop, un logo TTT. Merci Toto pour le logo TTT. Voilà, parfait. Et donc, on continue cette aventure de New York Unité Spéciale. Rappelez-vous, la dernière fois, on avait mis en prison... donc il y avait Vadim qui s'était fait exécuter pendant le procès. Et on a... Comment ça j'ai... Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Score total 56 sur 59. Inspecteur de niveau meilleur détective, bah oui ça c'est normal. Procureur de niveau substitut, arrangement non. Mes tocs ils sont... Et donc Vadim s'était fait abattre par Yves Gorbatchev, qu'on a envoyé en prison. Épisode 2, au champ du coq. I'm just a cleaning lady. Dans le système pénal américain, le ministère public est représenté par deux groupes distincts, mais d'égale importance. La police qui enquête sur les crimes et le procureur qui poursuit les victimes, les criminels, pardon. Voici leurs histoires. Grand. I'm just a cleaning lady.
Coming, sweetie. Shh. Mommy's here, Noah.
Noah.
Neil? That you?
C'est toi? Oh, dead body!
Did you see anything when you opened the door? Anybody on the street? A car?
Une voiture.
No, nothing at all.
Rien du tout.
At first I thought it
Au début,
was
j'ai
some
cru que
kind
c'était
of
une
prank,
farce.
but then
Et puis j'ai baissé
I
les
looked
yeux.
down and saw.
J'ai vu Neil. Alors j'ai fait
Neil.
Neil. C'est un prank.
Yeah, that's all the questions for now.
Ok, c'est tout pour le moment.
Some prank.
Yeah, well,
Prank.
sounds like he was
C'est
a
pour
real
YouTube.
cut up.
Ah ouais, ça devait être un sacré rigolo. Ray Curtis. Mais y'a pas Ice-T. Lenny Briscoe. Anita Von Buren. Order. Abby Carmichael. Jack McCoy. And Adam Schiff. Vous savez que je me suis fait un strike sur le générique de fin.
Goulash? Get it out of here, Ray, for God's sake.
What's the matter? Doesn't smell too bad to me.
No, it smells too good. Julia's got me on a health food diet.
J'ai
She's
mis au
got this
régime.
crazy idea high blood
Mais en
pressure.
fait que l'hypertension c'est pas bon pour moi.
Sounds like a real nut. I give it
Quelle
3
idée,
weeks.
je vous donne 3
The
semaines.
diet or Julia?
On
Both.
va dire tout de suite.
Rogers just dropped off the report on Neil Jensen.
Lieutenant Roger vient
Exsanguination.
déplacer.
Poor guy bled to death.
Le pauvre.
Well, that would explain all the red stuff.
Ah, ça expliquerait tout. Le lieutenant Von détient de précieuses informations sur cette affaire. Interrogez-la sur les blessures de la victime en sélectionnant le sujet de votre choix. Les blessures de la victime. Qu'est-ce que je vais choisir comme sujet? Qu'est-ce que je pourrais choisir comme sujet pour en savoir plus sur les blessures de la victime? Je choisis les blessures de la victime ou rien d'autre?
How many cuts we talking about?
Combien de
Over
plaies?
a dozen,
Combien de
but
plaies?
most of them are superficial.
Plus d'une douzaine, mais la plupart
Victim
sont
bled out from a
superficielles.
deep laceration to the femoral artery.
La mort est due à une coupure profonde au niveau de l'artère fémorale. Blessure confirme la cause du décès. Oui. Exact. Précise d'après mon verre la cause du décès et l'extermination. 9. Mort des suites d'une agression fatale. D'après Van Buren, la cause du décès est impossible à déterminer. D'après Van Buren, la cause du décès est l'exsanguination. Hémorragie externe fatale. D'après la cause du décès est l'exsanguination sous oxygénation fatale. Pas trop de risque. Ouais, j'ai ma première étoile à Courchevel. Au travail, inspecteur. Le lieutenant Van Buren peut en dire davantage sur le meurtre de Neil Jensen. Interrogé sur le sujet suivant. De nouveaux sujets sont disponibles.
Time of death?
4:17 a.m. Apparently, the guy was still alive when his wife found him, but just barely. Blood trail leads down to the curb, then disappears.
Trace de sang.
Well, at least he got to die at home. When did he get wounded?
Around 2.
Slow bleeder.
We've all got problems.
C'est un slow bleed. A-t-il succombé à ses blessures sur le coup? Non. Exact. Ah, c'est le preuve de chauffe. Comment le savez-vous le rapport? Il y a un tel comportement vampirique. Ouais. Indique qu'il a saigné pendant 1 heure avant de mourir. Non. Indique qu'il a saigné pendant 2 heures. Il a saigné pendant 2h17. Indique qu'il est mort avant que ça fasse. Pendant 2 heures. Au travail, inspecteur.
What do we know about the weapon?
Non, c'est sûr.
Switchblade, maybe?
Right length. But Roger says it was curved, like a side.
Bonne longueur, bonne
The
longueur,
victim was
bonne
done
longueur.
in by a midget Grim Reaper.
Ouais, c'est par un nain. Quoi? Cool. Ah, je peux pas prendre la transcription là. Ok.
Anything we can use to ID the perp?
No fingerprints, no, but it appears some of the blood on Jensen's clothes wasn't his own.
Our victim got in a
Mixed up
few
step
good
flip
jabs
flop.
before he went down,
Le
huh?
team a décroché quelques
What does the
coups.
lab
Ah.
have to say?
Results
Avec le
aren't back yet.
Avant.
Any minute now.
Arrêtez de faire des fautes dans votre truc, après moi j'arrive pas à suivre.
Van Buren.
Van Buren?
Uh-huh.
Un appareil. Ah, vraiment?
Really?
Comment ils ont... D'accord.
How do they... Uh-huh.
Elliptique nucléaire.
Elliptical and nucleated. Got it. Well, let us know if you find out anything else. That was the lab.
Elliptical and nucleated?
The red blood cells? Turns out it's not human. It's bird blood.
What kind of bird?
A dead one, I'm guessing.
The victim was stabbed with a pelican.
L'équipe se fait embaucher par un hélicoptère. Super, vous montez de grade, détective. Bird person. Putain, c'est Bird person.
Hold off a minute,
It's
Lenny.
called a
I
dick
got
move
something
in
here.
bird culture.
What?
The Jensen's nanny.
I know
She's
the
waiting to
Jensen.
catch a
Attends
bus,
son
but I
bus.
don't see
Il
it
y a
coming
pas-
yet.
Then let's not waste any time.
Ah, on perd pas de temps. La nounou, c'est la jeune
Mind
fille au
if we
père.
ask you a few
Vous
questions?
posez des questions?
Where were you Wednesday morning at 2 a.m.?
In bed.
Mercredi.
Where
Ah, oui.
else?
Here?
I only work days.
Récemment, je-
I live in Bedford
J'habite à
Stuy.
Bedford Stuy.
Check with my parents if you don't believe
Appelez
me.
mes parents si vous me croyez pas. On va pouvoir lire qui... Officiel, ouais. En longueur, mes recherches dit qu'elle serait courbée comme une faux. Une faucheuse. Est-ce que c'est crédible? Oui. Exact. Crédible parce qu'elle a des beaux yeux. La nounou dit vivre avec ses parents. Vous pouvez confirmer son avis auprès d'eux avant de le mettre en doute. La nounou semble honnête, elle n'a aucune raison de mentir. Quelqu'un qui vit à Bedford-Stuyvesant ne mentirait jamais là-dessus. Donc Buren a déjà confirmé cette histoire, non? Pourquoi cet accent canadien? Du coup, après le Windows TF1, il n'y a pas le bachelor? Sa relation. Ah voilà, tiens, le bachelor, il arrive, sa relation
Did
avec
you know Neil Jensen very well?
Si vous proche.
You mean, were we lovers?
Vous voulez dire qu'on
That
était
wasn't
amants?
where I was going.
Non,
But
c'est pas vrai.
since you brought the subject
Qu'est-ce
up,
que vous apportez le sucre?
No, he was my employer, that's
Non, c'était mon
all.
employeur, c'est tout.
I liked
C'est
him,
vrai que je
though.
l'aimais bien.
We had a lot of
On
good
parlait
talks.
pas mal.
He was interested in stuff, you know.
Il s'intéressait aux
ideas.
choses, vous voyez.
He was
aux idées.
really interested when he found out I
Je
was
dis
a
que j'étais
Wiccan.
Wiccan.
He liked it.
Il m'a posé des
Ask
questions, il était
questions.
curieux. Alors les Wiccans, c'est les gens qui votent Obama. Puisque Yes Wiccan. Que ça lave de tout soupçon? Non, pas du tout. Pourquoi ne pouvez-vous pas complètement les écarter comme suspect? Parce qu'on a le temps de vérifier son avis. Il nous demande comme elle respire, clairement. Ah ouais, faut qu'on vérifie son alibi, quoi. Bon travail, inspecteur. D'abord, chanson de Laurie. C'est le... Non, bah tiens, on va parler des...
Wiccans, don't they sometimes sacrifice animals? Pigeons? Chickens?
No, we in the Wiccan
Non, la
community
communauté Wiccan
revere
vénère la
life
vie
in
sous toutes ses
all
formes.
its forms.
Les gens sont
God,
inclus.
people have such ignorant ideas.
Nice going.
Hey, not every hunch pans
On va
out.
voir toujours. Ah, c'était une faute piste. On s'est fait rouler dans la farine.
How did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen get along?
Comment ça
Did they fight?
Jensen.
All married couples fight sometimes, I guess.
Les couples mariés
I
se
don't plan to
disputent,
get
non.
married
Perso,
myself.
je me marierais
I
pas.
used to say that too.
Je disais ça
Yeah,
aussi.
I said it a bunch. Yeah,
moi
never
aussi.
did me any good.
Ah, pas vraiment réussi.
But not everybody fights in front of
Tout le
the
monde ne se
nanny.
dispute pas devant la nounou. On dire le sujet, oui. Exact. Pourquoi la nounou est bien là? La nounou pourrait être aussi pas le conflit conjugal. Exact. Dispute.
What did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen fight about when they
Pourquoi
fought?
ils se disputaient comme
Ah,
ça?
the usual. Money. I guess he was better at
L'argent.
spending it than making
Alors qu'il
it,
était plus
and
doué pour
new
le dépenser
babies
que pour le
cost
gagner.
a lot.
Ça coûte
He
cher
was
d'avoir un
pretty
bébé.
pissed when she cut off his
Alors, il a
allowance.
sucré son argent de poche.
Allowance? How old was he? 12?
Hey,
Moi, j'avais
don't
quel
tell
âge?
her I told you that.
Eh,
I'm
lui
on
dis
thin
pas que
ice
je lui dis
as
ça.
it is.
Je marche déjà sur des œufs, si vous voyez ce que je veux dire. Jensen avait-il des problèmes conjugaux? Oui. La conclusion n'est pas confirmée par les dires de la nounou. Les relations entre elle et Madame Jensen sont tendues. Madame Jensen... Monsieur et Madame Jensen étaient tendus. Ils ont disputé à propos du bébé, les Jensen s'étaient à propos d'argent. On sait qu'elle a des... Ouais, c'est tendu. Eux, c'était tendu. Ils se disputaient pas à propos du bébé, ils se disputaient qu'à propos de l'argent. Ça coûte cher d'avoir un bébé, mais ils sont pas disputés pour le bébé. Champion... Champion détective.
Here's my bus. Gotta run.
Ah, voilà
We
mon
got all
bus.
we need out of her. Come
Tiens,
on, let's talk to the
on va
widow.
parler à l'aveugle. Elle a tiré sur une faux piste avec ses
I'm
week-ends.
sorry I wasn't much help to you last night.
We quite understand, Mrs. Jensen. You've been through a terrible shock.
Please call me Ellie. And I apologize again in advance. I'm going to have to cut this short when Noah wakes up at 3:55.
You got him on a schedule?
It's the other way around. Wait and see. You could set your watch by him.
Il est réglé comme du papier à musique.
Your husband was a writer.
Oh, maybe I've read some of his work.
I doubt it.
J'en doute.
I didn't mean that
Enfin, je
the way
veux
it
dire que
sounds.
vous ne seriez pas abonné.
You don't by any chance subscribe to the
Au
Metamodernist
Métamodernisme magazine
Quarterly.
par hasard.
So your
Votre
husband
mari n'est
wasn't
pas devenu
about to
le
become the
nouveau
next
John
John
Grisha.
Grisham.
Wasn't that difficult for you? I mean,
difficile pour
him
vous.
not bringing in a
Qu'il
regular
n'ait pas de
income?
revenus
We got
fixes.
by. I believed in
On
my
s'en sortait.
husband's work,
Incroyable
detective,
travail de mon mari.
and thankfully my income
mon
was
revenu
sufficient to support
me
both of
suffisait
us
largement.
comfortably. I'm principal at PS 84.
Le proviseur du lycée PS84 de Sony. Non à valeurs actuelles.
Do you know where your husband went last night?
Votre mari est
I
allé
have
l'année
no
dernière.
idea.
Je n'en ai
He
aucune
left
idée,
the
il est
house
sorti vers
around
21
9,
disant qu'il
said
allait
he'd be
rentrer
back
tard.
late, and I
Fallait pas que
shouldn't
je
worry.
m'inquiète.
But you did.
Mais
Of
vous êtes
course,
inquiété.
but
sûr.
no more than usual.
Plus que
This
d'habitude.
was par for the course for Neil.
C'était du
When
lait
he's
tout
working
craché.
on a new story, he'll go off on research
Quand il travaille sur une nouvelle
expeditions.
histoire, il part en
Often at
expédition.
strange hours, sometimes
Souvent à
for
des heures
days
bizarres.
at a time,
Parfois
and
plusieurs jours
he
de
never
suite.
talks about it till he has a
Parle
rough
jamais
draft
avant
on
d'avoir
paper.
écrit un premier
Doesn't want anyone to influence his thought
veut pas être
process.
influencé. Non, on dit pas. Comment le savez-vous? Il est mort à 21h. Il va 21h en disant qu'il rentre tard et qu'il fait pas que je m'inquiète. Il est mort à 21h. À 4h, il a largement le temps de se faire agresser. Beau travail, inspecteur.
Your nanny.
Ada Marie Velasquez.
This may be an indelicate question,
Excusez-moi
but
de délicatesse,
your
mais est-ce que
husband
votre mari
never...
vous a déjà...
Neil liked to flirt, but he wasn't a cheater.
You're sure?
I know what goes on in my house. I'm sure of that. And I installed a nanny cam to make extra sure.
Oui, je suis sûr. Ah ah, une caméra pour la sextape.
We heard something about you cutting off
Vous
your
avez supprimé
husband's
l'argent de poche que vous
allowance.
donniez à votre mari.
No.
Non. Ah non, je la crois pas, on m'a dit le contraire. Pourquoi pas? Oui, Madame Velasquez, elle a dit que...
Who
C'est pas
told you
très
that,
RGPD, la
Ada
caméra.
Marie?
We're not at liberty to divulge.
C'est confidentiel RGPD.
She's alluding to the fact that I took Neil's name off the savings account last week. I didn't enjoy doing it, but
Yes?
Oui.
when Neil was in research mode, he spent money, well, recklessly. He'd get so caught up in his work, prudence would go out the window. I used to put up with it, but new babies are expensive.
La vie est chère avec un bébé à charge.
Was your husband missing anything when you found him?
On a
Any
trouvé autre...
valuable personal
rien sur lui,
items?
aucun effet
His
personnel.
wallet,
Was on him. $8 and a MasterCard.
Sur
his
le-
Rolex.
Sa Rolex. Qu'elle nous a dit Van Buren. On a posé rapport sur une exsanguination. Le mort. Une autre. Longueur. Non, rien dit d'autre. Elle n'a pas mentionné ça.
No Rolex on the
À
body.
50 ans. Elle a
I gave it to him on our 10-year anniversary. It's engraved. He always wore it.
jamais.
Anything you can tell me about your husband's background?
He had a poker problem in college
était
when I
vivant.
first knew him. Junior year, I had to cover his student fees because he'd gambled away the money his parents gave him. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but I worried maybe he was falling back into old habits.
J'ai toujours peur qu'il rechute. Folie dépensière de Neil.
Any idea what
Bravo,
Mr.
Neil.
Jensen wasted your money on?
God
c'est-
knows.
c'est-
Like I
c'est-
said, he was very closed-mouthed about his research expeditions.
Et les buts. Inscription actuelle. Quoi? Actuelle comme valeurs actuelles? Est-ce qu'on la croit ou pas? Et quand il travaille sur une nouvelle histoire et prend une expédition, souvent des heures bizarres. Il joue au suite et il n'en parle jamais avant d'avoir écrit le premier jet. Il ne veut pas être influencé.
What's that noise?
Our chickens, Henny, Penny, and Maxine. You've never seen chickens in New York?
Well, sure, but they usually come with biscuits and a side of mashed potatoes.
You're behind the times, officers. Urban farming is the...
One of the things we're trying to make sense...
What was that?
Well...
Roger?
On va recommencer.
See, we...
First try.
Right. He took... Please.
Your husband was a writer.
First try, first try,
So-
first try.
Wasn't
We got by. I believe
Was your husband...
was on him.
his Rolex.
Do you know where you...
I have no idea. Of course. This was par...
Your nanny.
Adam...
We heard some...
Voilà, couper l'argent de poche.
When Neil...
Anything you could...
He had a poker problem in college when I first knew him. Junior year, I had to cover his student fees because he'd gambled away the money his parents gave him. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but I worried maybe he was falling back into old habits.
Any idea what Mr. Jensen wasted your money on?
God knows. Like I said, he was very closed-mouthed about his research expeditions.
Alors, je suis curieux de savoir pourquoi faut pas la croire. Non, je la crois pas. Oui, elle craignait, mais c'est un...
Be honest.
Any chance it was something illegal? Drugs,
choses
gambling, or maybe
des
he was
jeux.
being blackmailed?
Des skins Call of.
What's that noise?
Our chickens, Henny, Penny, and Maxine.
Enquête.
You've never seen chickens in New York?
Well, sure, but they usually come with biscuits and a side of mashed potatoes.
You're behind the times, officers. Urban farming is the wave of the
La sauce
future.
slette.
Fosters a connection to the earth. Plus, once you've tasted homegrown eggs, those watery factory-produced things just make you gag.
Les produits en batterie, ils donnent la nausée.
One of the things we're trying to make sense of here, Ellie, is we found avian blood on your husband's clothes.
Avian?
Bird blood.
I know what the word means. It's just very odd.
Bizarre.
That's what we thought.
Maybe your husband slaughtered a chicken for dinner last night?
I don't think so. He doesn't take much of an interest in them, to be honest. They're more my thing. He only helps out when it's something I can't bring myself to do.
quand je peux vraiment pas le faire moi-même. Ni les poules.
About those chickens of yours, what do you mean when you
Quand vous
say
dites que
Neil
vous
would
aidez
do
quand
the
vous
things you
pouvez
couldn't
pas
bring
faire.
yourself to do?
C'est-à-dire,
Well, raccoons
c'est
got
pas
one
chaud,
once,
quand on
and
les
he
vend,
cleaned
oui.
up the mess, but
Et c'est
that
lui qui a
was
nettoyé.
ages ago.
c'était
And
il y a
I made him
longtemps.
get rid of Roger last July.
Et il s'est dépassé de-
Roger?
A cockerel.
Un jeune
He
coq.
started out
Et lui,
as
on l'avait appelé
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
See, keeping hens is perfectly legal in New York
c'est
City,
légal de
but
faire
it's
des
against the
coqs.
law to keep a rooster.
Makes sense to me.
Bah
We
oui.
raised our brood from chicks.
poussins,
And
ils
of
sont
course, all
tous-
chicks look alike. They're
Ah, leur
sexed
sexe
before
ressemble
they're sold, but the process
Il y a
isn't
parfois des
foolproof.
erreurs. On a
We
acheté
bought
4
4
femelles.
hens.
And one of them turned out to be a rooster.
Right.
Notre été, hein.
By the time we found out she
Quand on s'est
was
rendu
a
compte,
he, I had
attaché à
grown
lui.
fond of him.
Je n'avais pas le
I
cœur de
didn't
me
have the
séparer.
heart to get rid of him myself, so I
Alors,
made
j'ai demandé
Neil
à
do
Neil de le
it.
faire.
But
C'était il y a
like I
presque un
said,
an.
that was practically a year
Ah,
ago.
RT.
Do you know what he did with it?
Est-ce qu'il en a
He
fait?
took it back to the farm we got it from,
rapporté
in
à la
New
ferme où on
Jersey,
l'avait acheté dans le
Cora's
New Jersey.
Cluckers. I can
Oui,
give you
Cora.
their number. They know us there.
Faut donner leur numéro.
There goes the alarm.
Voilà le réveil.
3:55.
What'd I tell you?
Non, 500.
Right on schedule.
Qu'est-ce que je vous ai dit? excellent travail.
Writing in your diary?
It's not a diary. It's a journal.
What kind of journal?
None of your business. Did you call Cora's Cluckers?
Yeah, she remembers Neil Jensen. Said he never brought her any roosters.
She's sure?
Sounds sure. Matter of fact, she was away at the state fair on the day Jensen supposedly brought the bird in.
So he lied to the little woman, huh? Our victim had a questionable character.
Imagine you're a husband, and not the most responsible husband in the world.
That's quite an imaginative leap.
Your wife gives you a live rooster and tells you to take it by public transportation all the way to New Jersey to get rid of it. What do?
You sure as hell don't take it all the way to Jersey. I dump it in the closest spot I can find and go catch a ball game.
Right. And there's only so many places you can take a live chicken if you're too squeamish to kill it. Huang's Live Poultry, 152 Barry, just 6 blocks from the Jensen house.
Let's check them out. Farm animals in the middle of Brooklyn. I've lived in this city my whole life and it never ceases to surprise me.
Oh, we serve everyone here. We've got kosher slaughter for our Jewish clients, halal for the Muslims.
And if I'm in the mood for pork chops?
For that, we've got a Dominican butcher.
He covers all bases.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Okay, but be quick. The dinner rush is going to start any minute.
You slaughter your animals here on the premises?
Sure, naturally. Look, my client wants to come in, select an animal, and take home the meat the same afternoon.
Does your client generally want to watch the slaughter?
No, that's against policy. Our abattoir is a separate space in back.
Past the plastic curtain.
Correct.
Exact. Ah oui. Nous aussi.
We'd like to take a look inside your abattoir if you don't mind.
Out of the question.
We're investigating a serious crime, Mr. Wang.
And I'm running a business. I can't let you back there. It would violate health regulations.
We won't tell the inspector. Honest.
The answer is no. Not without a warrant.
Exact. Pourquoi pas? C'est important de plus d'entretenir une bonne relation avec eux. Un mandat de preuve que vous pourriez trouver serait irrecevable par le tribunal. Watashi.
How many employees you got?
6. 3 in front, 3 in back.
You look into their backgrounds before you hire them?
They're all citizens, detective.
You sure about that?
Listen, I serve immigrant customers, so I hire immigrant workers. Good workers. Just because a guy wasn't born in this country, does that make him a murder suspect? That sounds like racial profiling to me.
J'ai jamais parlé de meurtre, hein. Mais... Font chier avec les interros négatives. Ah non, mais rien. Ah bah si. Ouais mais oui. Oui mais... Ah non mais... Ouais, abruti quoi.
This guy...
No.
Look again.
Mr. Huang, I thought...
Yeah,
Hey.
What
are the cops doing here? We gotta get out of here.
Check out the Rolex.
J'ai le Rolex.
This. Now look.
Writing in your diary.
It's not.
What?
So we.
Your what?
You sure?
Right. What?
Farm animals in the middle of Brooklyn. I've lived in this city my whole life, and it never ceases.
Always, sir.
And if
For that.
he covers.
Mind if we ask?
Okay.
Quelle indignité. Nous sommes sur le service public.
Ah, vous la verrez. Vous la verrez, vous la verrez.
You slaughter your animals here on the premises?
Sure, Nat.
Does your client
No, that.
Pass the.
Correct.
We'd like to take a look inside your oven.
Out of the question.
We're investigating.
And I.
We won't tell the inspector. How many employees you got?
Sick.
You looking to...
They're all.
You sure about that?
Listen, I serve.
Toi, tu fais un vrai first try, mais bon, pour le moment, oui. Pas exactement ça. Il a parlé de meurtrier avec Ursine. Le délit de faciès est une méthode légitime de maintien de l'ordre, c'est très important. J'aime bien ça. Parler de meurtrier, et voilà. Est-ce que je l'avais pas dit? Est-ce que j'ai pas dit il parle de meurtrier?
I don't believe I said this was a murder
Pourquoi pas parler de
investigation.
meurtre?
Well, what else would it be?
Qu'est-ce que t'as pour être d'autre? Inspection sanitaire,
This guy ever come in here?
No.
je mets ici.
Look again.
Mr. Huang, I thought you said you serve
vous dites que
everyone
vous
here.
servez tout
How
le
can you be so sure you haven't served him?
What I mean is, everybody but wasps.
Tout le monde.
His type
Sauf les
usually
blancs
like
dans
that
son
meat
genre.
wrapped in plastic.
Hey, Mr. Wang.
One moment, please.
Un instant, s'il vous plaît. C'est qu'ils font les flics ici.
Get out. I'll take care of it.
Check out the Rolex.
Ils appellent le Rolex.
Sorry for the interruption. One of my butchers has a problem at home.
Mr. Huang, could I ask you where you got that watch?
Cette montre?
This? It's just a knockoff. I got it from a guy on Fifth Avenue.
Ah, ça, c'est une
Mind if
imitation.
I take a closer look?
Now look here. Enough with the suspicious questions.
Ça suffit
I'm an
maintenant, il y a
American
question.
citizen and I got
Je suis
my
citoyen
rights.
américain, j'ai mes droits.
Sounds like a no.
Knock-off. Coco le time, taco no mai, teaching you mai, you te time. Bureau des procureurs.
This guy's hiding something.
Chante le cotonnet.
And you're basing that on...
He's wearing a
Ouais,
Rolex.
si,
The
pas-
victim's
pas
wife
de la
told us he was
victime,
missing a
c'est-
Rolex, one he
C'était
never took off.
So wearing a Rolex is now illegal.
Depuis quand
He
porter une Rolex, c'est
refused to let
interdit?
us check out the back room in his meat
Refusé de nous
market.
montrer son... Non.
Jensen had avian blood on
Ça,
it. That
ils
room's
ont-
the best spot in the neighborhood to find dead birds. There's
là-bas, c'est
something
meilleur
back there he
endroit
doesn't want us to see.
Un truc là-dedans qu'il veut pas qu'on voit.
Spare me. As it stands right now, there
Dépassé de
isn't
preuves
enough
pour avancer
evidence
quoi que
to
ce soit.
suggest probable cause. Give me reason to believe that there was something worse
Ouais,
than
mais
slaughter
faut
going
qu'on
on
dise
in
pas
that
qu'il y a
room,
des
or you
gens
don't get a
sur place.
warrant. And no
D'accord.
arrest
C'est pas
unless you've
d'arrestation
got
tant que
something
vous n'avez pas de
physical
lien
to tie
concret
this
entre ce
guy
gars et
to
la
the victim.
À son chien,
Nina
il est
Haversham,
suivi.
32, junior partner at
Nina
McCormick
Haversham,
and
32 ans,
Preston.
associé adjoint
Wait a
de
minute.
McCormick et Preston.
Nina Haversham, she was one of the suspects in the preppy jogger
partie.
case.
So?
Van
Je suis
Buren
dans
took
le-
us off
On va
that
nous a
one.
retiré cette affaire.
Yeah, but remember that little speech he gave back in February?
Je me rappelle
All
son petit
detectives
discours
are
février.
encouraged to ask
Oui.
about crimes they're
Enquêteurs
not
sont-
currently investigating. It's all about spreading the widest possible net. Well, the case may be closed for now, but the net's still open.
Hey, well, happy fishing, partner.
Hey, you know that meat market sells cow skulls?
Now, I know that definitely isn't on your diet. Look what it says in the logs. 3 weeks ago Tuesday, we got a late-night complaint about noise coming from the meat market.
How late at night?
1:45 a.m. Then, 2 weeks ago, also on Tuesday, the same noise complaint.
Let me guess. Same thing happened last Tuesday.
About 15 minutes before Neil Jensen was wounded.
15 minutes avant que Neil Jensen soit blessé.
I think we've got our warrant.
Je crois qu'on a notre mandat.
All right, then.
D'accord, mais
But at least let me watch.
Moi, regardez.
I'm sorry, it's against policy.
Désolé, c'est contre les règles.
Okay, well, we found our bird blood. I'm still not sure what else we're looking for.
Anything that'll tell us what was going on after hours Tuesday
ici,
night, and whether Neil Jensen was in on it.
Si Neil Jensen y était lié. Retenez bien, entourer les objets pour les sélectionner et saisir des flèches pour parcourir les lieux. Avec de magnifiques. Merci les traducteurs.
Mais de rien, trou du cul.
The magnified lens to consult your source screen. It contains hints that know what you need to find. C'est quoi? Ouverture ensanglantée. Possible arme du crime, possible arme du crime, possible arme du crime. Preuve des dettes de jeu. Source de sang arrière, une lame courbée. Ça, courbée. Comme Julien.
That's a hell of a lot of blood.
Could have come from a pig or something, I guess, but why would you wrap a pig in a blanket? I mean, a real pig in a real blanket.
Let's take it back to forensics.
Sans ça au labo. Parfait.
Think this could be our murder weapon?
I don't think so.
Je crois pas. Mais je l'ai trouvé.
This could do a guy in.
Sure, but not our guy.
C'est quelqu'un, mais pas notre gars.
Van Buren said it was a short, curved blade.
Courté et courbé. Un peu comme ma bite. Ah non, elle est pas courte.
You want to search the garbage?
Hey, nothing I like better than digging through a mound of chicken heads and feathers. Huh.
What'd you find?
Qu'est-ce que t'as trouvé?
It's the carcass of a whole rooster.
De coq.
Big one, too. Why do you suppose they just throw it away?
Maybe it died of diphtheria.
Nah, it's all cut up.
Non, tout est déchiqueté.
Now we're cooking.
Voilà.
What's that?
A ledger. And I got a feeling these ain't sales of ground in here.
Ah oui.
They look like bets.
Looks like NJ owes a bundle to EH.
EH. Edward Wang.
Edward Wang. Eugène. Eugène Wang. Donc qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à trouver? Encore une lame courbée. Une lame courbée que je n'aurais pas vue.
Hey, look at this.
A short curved blade.
What do you want to bet it's a match for the murder weapon?
I
wonder what it is.
Doesn't seem like anything a butcher would use.
Ça ressemble pas à une petite bouchée.
Wait, let me see that blade
Moi, je
again.
pense qu'il faisait des combats de coq et qu'il s'est fait attaquer par un coq.
I know what this is. It's a gaff. They attach these to the claws of... Hey,
Chose
Mr. Huang!
Monsieur. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
I think you've got some explaining to do.
Can it wait? I got a lot of customers right now.
Beaucoup de monde là.
We can talk out there if you'd rather. I'm sure they'll be interested to hear about how you're running a cockfighting ring.
Ah, cockfighting, of course.
Oh, des combats de coq, bien sûr.
Is that
C'est caché.
kosher? What do you think?
C'est
Lynn?
pas très halal
We
tout
got
ça.
enough to arrest this guy?
Yeah, I say we
Cockfighting.
cuff him for the murder of Neil Jensen.
Murder? Now, wait a minute, detectives. Hold everything.
Attendez, mais-
Sure, it all hangs together.
c'est
Jensen owed a
Jensen
gambling
avait
debt to
déjà
Mr.
envers
Wang here, and when Jensen
Jensen
can't
ne
pay
peut
up,
payer,
Wang
On
starts
commence à faire
eyeing his
lever sa
roll.
Rolex.
Neil, thanks for
Merci
10
pour ces
wonderful
10
years.
merveilleuses années.
Ellie,
You gotta believe me. I didn't
Faut
kill
me
him.
croire, je l'ai pas
then
tué.
who did?
Alors qui?
Ricardo Guzman. I
Ricardo
think.
Guzman, je
Where
crois.
can we find him?
He doesn't have a fixed address.
Il y a pas
Moves
d'adresse
around
fixe.
from couch to
Pas
couch.
de Canap en canap.
Take this guy in.
Wait, I got his cell number.
What?
Attendez, son numéro de téléphone.
I'm glad you know how
Quelle
to follow
chance qu'on peut savoir
instructions,
que
Mr. Wang,
tu as suivi les
because we've
instructions,
got a
monsieur Wang.
little job for you.
First try. Je viens de dire.
Okay, Wang, you remember what we told you, and this ought to go down quick and painless.
Donc, rappelez-vous ce qu'on vous a dit. Rapide et sans douleur.
He's gonna kill me, you know, when he
Alors,
finds
vous
out I'm
savez,
working with the
quand il saura que
police.
je l'ai balancé.
By that time, he'll be in
Il
custody.
sera en garde à vue.
That is, as long as
En
you play
supposant
it
que
cool and
vous
take
teniez
your
à cœur.
cues from us.
Yeah?
Ricardo, it's
Pardon,
Wang.
c'est Wang, je peux vous faire
what's the
10%
matter,
sur
man?
carte
You sound
mère,
funny.
carte graphique.
Cops had me worked up, but they're gone.
The cops, they
Clique.
worked me
Ils m'ont
over
pas mal
pretty
cuisiné.
hard.
But you didn't say nothing.
T'as rien
No,
capté.
I held firm. They're gone now.
Non, j'ai rien lâché, ils viennent de partir. Exact.
They find anything?
Quelque chose.
Yeah, they're onto you.
Yeah, afraid so. They know everything.
Ay, diablo.
Coño. Ah merde. Pas first try.
What am I supposed to do, man? We
Quoi?
got another fight coming
Nada, ¿cómo
Tuesday. You know I can't cancel it. I'm on the hook to Menendez. $5,000, man, and I'm broke.
Hold the fight in a new location.
Better not hold the fight at the shop. Too risky. You gotta find a new location.
Where, man? I don't know nobody with that kind of
65
space.
ans.
Tell them you do.
I do. My cousin Lou runs a body shop in Park Slope. Let me talk to him.
See, you're a pal, man.
Tu gères, mec. Exact.
Now tell him you'll meet
Et
him
que vous vous
later.
retrouvez plus tard.
Let's meet up later once
Retrouve
everything's
plus tard.
squared
Ça.
away.
Where?
Ça. Beau travail, inspecteur.
Somewhere by Pulaski Bridge, 6 p.m.
That street corner. Over by the bodega and the pharmacy. On 21st by Pulaski Bridge. Around 6?
See,
Ça
sounds like a
marche.
plan. See you there.
À tout à l'heure.
You done good, Mr. Wang.
We'll take it from here.
Okay, Wang.
He's gonna kill me.
By that time, he'll be in custody.
Yeah?
Ricardo?
Hey, what's the matter?
Cops had me worked.
The cop.
But you didn't say...
No.
Not enough to arrest you.
Enough to make them suspicious. But not enough to get you in trouble, I think.
So what am I supposed to do, man? We got another fight coming Tuesday. You know I can't cancel it. I'm on the hook to Menendez.
Hold the fight in a...
Better not hold the fight at the shop. Too risky.
Where?
Tell him you do.
Let's meet up.
Where?
Voilà, parfait.
You've done good, Mr. Huang.
We'll take it from here.
Easy.